copyright. All rights reserved. Alon Yarel is world first discovered the origin of the universe. There is a reason why the origin of the universe has not been discovered until now. It is complex and difficult to explain. The story of our universe begins in another universe. Universe like ours with space volume and mass. A star exploded there. The explosion created a black hole. This black hole is a rift in space. A rift in the space that created our universe. That is how our universe was created, a rift in the space of another universe, an infinite space. An infinite universe empty without light, total darkness. The explosion was so massive that, in addition to the created universe, time was distorted. Because of the time distortion, there are enormous time differences between the two universes. What happens in the other universe in 1 hour or 2, in our universe is going millions of years. From the explosion of the star in the other universe, the star's rock particles entered to the black hole. The mass came out of the other universe. Just as mass suddenly disappears from our universe into an unknown space into a black hole. That's how the mass suddenly appears to our universe, on the other side of the black hole, suddenly appear in our space. The mass that enters our universe is in the form of stardust. Because of differences in time between the two universes, the mass that comes is in the form of stardust. From the time of the explosion in the other universe, the dust of the stars flows into our universe for millions of years. This is the time it takes to the mass to enter our universe. Stardust is around the solar system. Stardust contains the materials from the exploded star, including much energy of gas and fuel. As a result of the friction, the stardust lighted up, mass around gathered together and a small sun was created. This sun has been growing for millions of years. The dust around the solar system is a testimony from the time when the sun was lighted up, but not all the material was lighted up and united with the sun. The black hole creates a fiery looping rain on the sun. Look at this scene. If the fiery looping rain on the sun was a ground eruption, then the fiery looping rain on the sun would begin from the surface of the sun. But here you will see the fiery looping rain on the sun starting from above. The mysterious energy that appears and creates the fiery looping rain on the sun comes directly from the black hole. The renewable energy at the top of the fiery looping rain on the sun also comes out direct from the black hole. On the right is another exit of the black hole, but in another pipeline. The black hole throws hard stardust on the sun's surface, and revolves the sun on its axis. Ever since the sun was lighted up, the dust of the stars was thrown hard on the sun's surface, turning it around on its axis. Just like in this picture. That is why the planets and stars revolve around their axis. Big stars or big suns revolve slowly or standing because the stardust thrown is not strong enough to revolve them. So they slow down and sometimes stop revolving. Our sun circulate around the axis each 25 days only one time. Planets revolves around the sun is elliptical motion. The force that causes the elliptical motion of the planets around the sun is the power of the black hole. It is a power that creates the seasons. The black hole serves as a pushing force. In the summer the black hole behind the sun, pushing the planets from the sun to their winter. Measurements show that the sun is growing. The sun grows because the massive stardust is added to the sun. Global warming will not stop. Stardust saturated with energy flows into the sun all the time. The atmosphere of the sun is called corona. The black hole pours huge amounts of stardust with gas into the sun. The stardust that burns on the sun's surface warms the sun's corona. This is the heat source of the sun. That's why the sun's corona is warmer 300 times more than the surface of the sun. Stardust thrown into the sun creates black spots. The gas and fuel had already been burned up, and the stardust that had been poured in large quantities into the fiery looping rain's bases on the sun had not been melted yet. That is why the bases of fiery looping rain on the sun are black. Solar storms. Solar storms are caused for two reasons. First, the black hole and its operation causes solar wind to erupt out of the black hole. Second, the activity of the black hole, which puts a large amount of energy into the sun in a short period of time, causes a flow of winds to equalize pressures and temperatures on the surface of the sun. The huge explosions on the surface of the sun are due to the deviations of the sun and the entry into the space of the black hole. This means that sometimes the black hole is inside the sun's shell and at the same time injects mass into the sun. This happens because of the asymmetrical rotation of the sun. Of course, such a case creates huge explosions on the sun. When the black hole stops throw stardust into the sun, the nuclear thermal reactor in the sun slows down and stops activity. The sun cools and becomes to a regular star. That is how the suns were created. That is how all of the stars were created. There is a close connection between the two universes. A black hole in the other universe, giving rise to a new sun in our universe. All the suns and the stars in our universe were created in this way. It works well with the Milky Way movement. The force that drives the Milky Way movement is necessarily in the other universe. If the driving force was in our universe, then the black hole would remain in one place, and only the sun would move. A driving force in the other universe is the cause of the movement of all the black holes, of all the suns and of all planets attached to the sun in the Milky Way in our universe. The stars in the Milky Way are moving in the force of the inertia of the force from the other universe. Because of the distortion in time between the two universes, the movement in the space of our universe is millions times more faster than in the other universe. So there is not necessarily a center of the universe where a supermassive black hole is located in the center of the Milky Way. According to the presentation of creation of the universe, we have a sterile universe. Life cannot be created in our universe. From where did life come into our universe? From the description of the creation of the sun and the stars, it is about standing stars. From where is the movement of the planets? All the planets in the solar system and all the planets whose speed has been measured are all moving at the same speed. From where is the constant speed? From where did the planets come from? The only possibility that answers these questions is that the planets were launched from another universe by a black hole, full and without any time differences between the two universes. That explains the kinetic motion of the planets. This is also the reason for the constant speed of the planets. And this is also the only possibility that life will reach our universe. Earth came to our universe from another universe and brought with it life to our universe. So the planets suddenly appeared in the space of our universe, like magic. This argument leads to evidence for the existence of another universe, the third. It is not possible that our universe have two entrances when one entrance has time differences, and the other has no time differences. Therefore, this is evidence of the existence of the third universe. By discovering the black hole on the surface of the sun, we confirm the existence of additional universes. A rift in space necessarily leads to another universe. The likelihood of being life in the other universe is much higher than in our universe. It is also likely that we have the same ancestor. When Earth was divided to continents, development on all continents was small and slow. When all continents are united in many areas, the development of mankind has accelerated and grown. The result is that quality of life is growing all over the world. The development of humanity is expected to be accelerated even more when another life is joined beyond the rift in space. Our planet is looking for habitable planets. Population density, global warming and loss of natural resources require finding another planet that is habitable. Because of the distance and technology difficulties, we may not be able to reach those planets that may be habitable. For searching of a new home for humanity, it is appropriate and desirable to combine additional channels, like other universes. Through a rift in space, we can enter to other universes. We will achieve progress and we will achieve development for the benefit of all mankind. A rift in space can be done by artificial means. Global warming will not stop, we must find a new home. Time is limited and we must exhaust all possibilities. We're done, thanks for watching.